Ladies and gentlemen, it is very important that we have a youth side in the party. After all, the European Union and even our own government spend an awful lot of time trying to persuade the young that the British culture, the British values, the British tradition, the British way of life is not important anymore. And we have to do something to counteract that. And I believe in the youth movement will be able to do that. I believe as a society, both young and old can exist together. One cannot exist without the other. And each generation, in any nation, needs to pass on the traditions and qualities and values of that society. And I believe as you move away, the young will come in to replace you, to carry on the great, wonderful and beautiful tradition that this country has and should be indeed very proud of. So while they're busy brainwashing the youth of today and destroying it, there will always be a little light of hope within this party for the young to understand and appreciate the beauty of their country. What I have put in place, ladies and gentlemen, is a youth council to enable to take the things forward. I really want this thing to be for the youth by the young. I've also appointed, personally myself, 4 mentors. These are people, they're not young people, they're members of the party. I really do believe that we do have skills and ability in this party that we can utilize a lot more. And the mentors are there to help to guide the Youth Council on its way forward. We decided to call it Young Independence as opposed to UKIP or UKIP Youth, etc. I think it would be rather difficult to go up to a young lady of 23 and say, would you like to be in UKIP Youth? I think it's far more enticing to say, would you like to be a member of Young Independence? Also as well, by having the Young Independence, it gives a sign of, shall we say, professionalism and elegance and maturity at the same time. What we have there, as the Youth Council settles in, myself and the mentors will fall away and leaving them with greater independence to get on and doing what they do. They will still come under the control of the NEC, after all they're the governing body of your party. But the NEC, as I've asked the NEC to realize, that they need to be managed in a different way than how the parent party is managed at present. So that will be done. The Youth Council is there. They're appointed at present. I'm hoping at some point to have elections soon. But they're appointed, and it's in order to get the right people in place. Ladies and gentlemen, if the people on the Youth Council are not the right people in place, then I will make the decision to remove them. The youth organization has to be productive. It has to be proactive. It is no longer about fancy titles, sit back and smile gleefully. It has to be about action, and action is where it needs to have. The fact that and so doing, we will bring younger people in the party will grow, and we can only benefit from that. So don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if one minute you see somebody was a secretary or whatever position they have, but another minute they weren't there. Because this is about results, and I'm serious about this. It has to be about results. We can't have any more of flash titles, glib speech, but no results. Because this country needs fighters, not talkers. I had the great pleasure yesterday of talking to Lord Willibrord de Broke. I asked him if he will do me the honor, and the whole party, the honor of becoming the patron of the youth movement. And he quite happily said yes, and he wants to do his best. And he stresses that he will do whatever he can, in whichever way he can, to make this work, because he believes in it wholeheartedly. So we'll be able to put his name onto our letterheads, onto our website. Every literature we have, his name will appear as the patron, and that is a wonderful thing for this youth movement. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I am not just building from point of view something to last for tomorrow, but something to last forever, something of strength, something of professionalism all the way through, and a structure. Naturally, As time goes on, to take it further, we require funds. Some of you will see we have the cake competition, we have given leaflets and fundraising letter, etc. Money is important to us, and I do ask you to give generously. I would now like to make way to introduce you to some members of the youth movement. James Brown, who is a full-time administrator at head office. James will be there to talk to universities and colleges and other young institutions, and that's a full-time paid position, and they will be at the end of the phone at all times. So you can see we're already billing on a professional level. And James will then introduce Michael Heaver, who is the part of the youth secretary, and then Wayne Harling, who I appointed the chairman of the youth movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now make way for the energetic young. Thank you very much indeed.